What's up, everybody? It's Lewes from andnowjustlisten, and I hope you're staying cool, beating the heat. It's super duper hot here in California again. We had a nice lull in temperature, but it's coming back up, so I hope you're staying cool. If you're, like me, it's a little too hot to play games during the day. Hope you're getting out to the pool or something like that, keeping cool during the summer. And this is the news you knew already, so we're going to give our little recap of some interesting stuff that happened last week, as well as tell you what's coming out in the coming week. So let's get started. Up first, it is the hallowed time. It is the Steam summer sale once again. There is again a bunch of trading cards to be had, a bunch of games on sale. I've already picked up several. Doom is 40% off. That's a big one. There's discounts on almost anything. I know Final Fantasy games are all, I think, 50% off. Square, other games are all on sale. Ubisoft games on sale. Everything's on sale, pretty much. So if you're a PC game player, go check it out. It's a great time to pick up some games on the cheap. As well, there have been some deals on Steam gift cards so that you can get some Steam cash for less than face value, and that can help you out a little bit as well. I managed to score a Steam card off of the PayPal Gifts eBay store, $100 for $85. So there's deals to be had, and if you're looking to pick up some games to help you beat the heat this summer, Steam sale is a great way to do it. PC is the flavor of the week this week, with Oculus DRM news as our next story. It was discovered by the creator of the Revive software, which lets you play Oculus Store games on your Vive headset, that the DRM hardware checks has been removed from the Oculus, and with no indication in the SDK notes or the patch notes or whatever, or any word from Oculus that it was coming. But when reached out for comment, Oculus responded that the DRM is indeed been removed and that they are not planning to bring it back anytime soon. So I think that's great news for PC VR owners. Being able to play all the games on any headset is great, and I think will only help to grow VR in the long term. And while the hardware makers might not be too happy about it right now, they should think about growing VR as a viable peripheral moving forward, and segmenting the user base really aggressively from the start, I think, is not a good way to do that. Those headsets are already so expensive that if you have to, have one to play this game or have one to play the other game, then I think that's going to do a lot of damage to VR in the long run. So hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully more VR games that will make those headsets worthwhile are on the way. So lots of Mass Effect Andromeda bits and pieces have been coming out, including news that whatever ending you chose in Mass Effect 3 won't affect Mass Effect Andromeda in any way. In addition, the announcement of 4 novels coming out from publisher Titan Books to bridge the gap between Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect Andromeda are on the way. I think that's cool for people who are really into extended universe reading. Some of those video game novels can be pretty hit and miss. I know I read some of the Halo ones back in the day, and they're alright. Some are better than others for sure. But it's a fun light read, something to, bide your time. Maybe if it's hot during the day and you can't play games because you don't want to fry, you could read a book. And I think Mass Effect is a universe that could be ripe for some really cool novel adaptations. So look forward to this. I'm kind of interested. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be reading them, but yeah, it's interesting, and I'm glad that they're doing something to bridge the narrative gap between the two games and sort of connect them and continue to flesh out their super awesome universe. That's going to do it for the regular news, and now we're going to jump over to this week's upcoming releases. Alright, as you can see here, we've got a few releases for the week. Of note, I think, is Up first, 7 Days to Die, coming out on the Xbox One and the PS4 on June 28th. That game's been in early access on PC for a while, sold quite a few copies, and it's another one of those zombie survival open world things, and those are super popular. So be curious to see if it does well or not. There's been a lot of that stuff still coming out all the time, those survival games. So I think that's becoming a very crowded space. We'll have to see if 7 Days to Die does well on the consoles. Up next, we have Star Ocean 5 Integrity and Faithlessness coming to the PS4 on June 28th. It'll be interesting to see how Star Ocean does. It's a series that I don't think has ever been that popular in the United States. I know since I have been conscious of the wider world of games and, you know, games news and keeping tabs on what's going on, that it doesn't seem like Star Ocean is super big. I don't know. I haven't felt like this game has gotten a ton of attention leading up to release. But Square Enix needs games to do well right now, especially coming out of Japan, especially with the big bet of Final Fantasy coming. And that game seems like it's either going to do real well or real poorly. So I hope Star Ocean does well. But it's another RPG. So if you're into RPGs, should be a sizable one for you to dig into in Star Ocean. As well, we have Zero Escape 3 Zero Time Dilemma on the 3DS and Vita. These are some mystery adventure games that have gotten quite a cult following and been very popular and well received. And this is another entry in that series, and I expect it to do well and expect it to be well received. So we'll have to see how it does this week as well. There's quite a few other things to choose from as well, but that is going to do it for us this week. It's really hot in this room, so I need to go jump in an ice bath or something. Thanks for tuning in as always. If you liked the video, hit the like button, give us a sub. We'd really appreciate it. Stay cool, and I will see you guys next week for more news you knew already.